Now I'm recording.
Biggity baloney, baloney, biggity baloney. That's it. No. Ladies and gentlemen from America, I have a story to tell you about Fort Myers and Lehigh, Florida. And no, Ocala, Florida. Okay. The deal is this. I'm a black man, and I have a family. I'm a father. I'm a grandfather. Came down here, which was the biggest mistake I've ever made in my damn life. One of the biggest mistakes, which I learned, and I learned something that I'll never do again. The anywhere.
No, you
I rented a house. We rented a hotel from a guy named Bobby Hill and his mama and the other staff. Now I knew from the first beginning when we got to the hotel, you know, things working okay. But guess what? Things started going wrong. Then the next thing happened, we ran into some problems with the people in Fort Myers. They started popping up. I'll explain that to you later. But right now, the main thing I'm trying to explain to you now is this man is a slum landlord. Excuse me. And he don't care about nobody. All he cares about putting money in his pocket. He don't care about the houses. He be renting the people. You know, he not only did it to me, he did it to other people still. He did it to me, he did it to my daughter, and did it to other people. Alright? He hired people to work for him, and before you know it, they done quit. You don't have dope addicts work for him. You don't have the alcoholics work for him. Even his own people, some of his own people was alcoholics. And they worked for him for a while and talk about him like a dog. This man rented me house. I rented one house from him. First beginning, he told me, I got a house for you people to rent because you have some problems. We went to the house. I asked him about the house. Asked him all about the house. You know, lady had dogs or anything like that. No, they ain't no dogs. He had none of that. Man, we got up in this house. And before you know it, we wasn't in a good 5 minutes before our ankles got ate up. And the kids started crying and hollering about bugs. And I mean fleas. So we had to go out, exterminate the damn place. We called him to exterminate. He brought some guy in to exterminate, and he did just a lousy job of exterminate a house. So that went from there, and now I went to another house. We had to separate because there was some problems we had to deal with, and I'll explain that to you, and that in a later time. But right now, let's get on the subject of slum landlords, which I done ran into 3 of them so far. Right. Robert Hill, which is known as Bobby to some people. For me, he's known to me. I said as a slumlord. The hell with the names and all like that. A man rented me a house and rented my daughter a house, and before you know it, we had problems with both them houses. I had a problem with the house that he rented me and my daughter, and house started leaking water on the ceiling. Roofs were patched up. You should have seen it. Some people told me that wouldn't even the house I was living in, they wouldn't rent it to their dog. And I agree with them. And just I had no other way to go in here. So, Bobby Hill refused to work on these houses. Bobby Hill refused to work at my daughter's house. We started cutting down on the rent a little bit. We started making deals with him about getting this house business straightened out. Nothing works with this guy. Came along sooner or later, 2017. He comes up. All right, if y'all pay me some money, I'll call people's off for you. We won't put you out. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. My daughter pays him $800. I paid him $500 for the place I was living in. And the next thing happened, I get a knock on the door. And you guess what that was? Sure. And he's coming in and changing the locks. The sheriffs tell him that let me get my stuff. I get my stuff, and he tells me whatever I got left, I can come back and get. And he put it on curb. I got 24 hours to get all the rest of the stuff. I'll come back and get the rest of my stuff, and the other part of my stuff is locked up in the house. Wash machine, dryer, deep fryer, oven, microwave, bed, some TV, computers, and all the other stuff. This man did not give me my property. And they're talking about taking him to court and get $500 for it. I don't want no $500. I want my stuff. And I want him to pay for it. I also want him to pay me back my $500 and my daughter $800. That's the only thing I want from him. I don't want no $500. $500 would never pay for the stuff he locked up in that house. But I'm tell you what, I'm gonna be Robert Hill. I'm gonna be your worstest nightmare. I'm gonna be your worstest nightmare. Me and my family gonna be your worstest nightmare because I'm telling you right now. I've been telling you. I'm gonna keep on telling you. No matter what you do, I'm gonna be your worstest nightmare. You are not gonna get away with this. Before I leave here, look out. Look out. I'm be worse as nightmare.
His name ain't only Bobby Hill, it's Bobby Smith too. He'll use two names, not one, two.
And his mama ain't no better. He's mama boy. And they have a hotel. Oh yeah, let me tell you about the hotel. What's the name of the hotel? Anybody know the name of the hotel?
Silver Springs Motel.
Yeah, Silver Springs Motel. No junky place. And he got enough to put it on the internet for people talking about come rent rooms. Man, that'd be the biggest mistake y'all make. Anybody make. I'm telling you. He had people living there. And they didn't last very long. He didn't want to put them out or they want to leave it.
Because he had water leaking from the bathroom upstairs to downstairs where we were staying.
Yep. Sure did. That's no lie. That's definitely no lie. You know what I mean? The man don't know nothing, no Adam and Eve about electric, plumbing, carpenter, and everything. And he can't get nobody to work for him because he's too cheap.
And he will lie on application saying you took a house as is. If you did, you're crazy.
No.
Like I said,
no, don't do
do
that.
not take a house as is from him because he'll throw it in your face every chance he get.
You gotta keep him working on it. Keep him put money in the house. He wants you to put the money in the house, and he don't put nothing in there. All he wants you to do is pay you rent and put the money in the house. If anything breaks down, you're responsible for it, even though you didn't break it. You're responsible for it. If you got kids, he'll blame it on your kids. He'll blame it on your kids. If you got a dog, he'll blame it on your dog. He'll blame anything happens in that house, he'll put the blame on you.
I was living at 651 Southeast 31st Avenue in Ocala, Florida, 34471. The guy does not
for the emotional hearing, and she joins us now live from Fall River with
keep
breaking
track
details.
of a contract. His contract is not what
Owen
he
Lloyd's
planning
mother
on
was
doing
in
or take
tears
care
as she
of.
told the judge
He
she would
sits here
follow
and
the
tell
Superior
you,
Court
oh,
how
I'm going to do
devastating her
this and I'm
son's
going to do
death
that to your
has been.
house and don't. So, just to let y'all people know, if you move in 651, you will hear rats moving in the wall. You will hear mouse run through the floor because my niece has seen them multiple times. And you will hear roaches. You will see roaches and flies in the house because he does not keep the house clean. We had to spend $200 to keep the house up.
And the person lives in
And that's the only house.
everything's changing in the barn.
If you move into 2518 Northeast 14th Ave, you'll get the same problem. The same problem. But you get a little more bigger, more animals. Bigger, more rats too.
As soon we moved out, he rented the place out to somebody else, and it looked like a beach. Who put beach furniture outside of a house?
No,
Not me. That's
I don't
crazy.
know about all that. I don't know all that.
And the barn
Well,
is
this is Big Butch signing off, and I'm coming back with some more juicy details about Fort Myers next and Ocala.